Hello and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're off to Mount Ritchie in the Yarra Ranges. We're testing a new off-centre fed dipole antenna. I have a close encounter with a snake and I'm going to talk about how to get up this mountain the short way. So getting to Mount Ritchie is normally done by heading out the Black Spur Road into Narberthong and then turning right into Asheron Way. Once you're there you're going to turn left into Fegans Road as opposed to heading down to the normal walking track. The normal walking track is about 14.5 kilometres, but if you're coming in from Fegans Road and track number 8, we can cut that down to what looks like about a 3 kilometre return journey. From the gate of the catchment area, you're going to head straight up this ridgeline. The ridgeline is fairly heavily treed. I don't know what the conditions are going to be like, but the reports I've heard from other hams is that once you get to this fire break, it's an easy walk up into the activation zone. So track number 8 will only get you as far as the catchment area gate. There's a little bit of a bend in the road where you can park and start your journey on foot from there. The reviews that I'd read on Mount Ritchie and getting to the top via this side sort of suggested you have to bash your way through the scrub. I wasn't entirely convinced that was the case, and I thought it was a bit suspicious that some of the reviews were vague on exactly how you got from the gate up to the ridgeline. The map tells me this is not the actual boundary. I'm going to have a look for another pathway up, try and get up that ridgeline some other way. Okay, I've just crossed the gate. Here's the gate just here. Here's a track which is not marked on any map, but when I look at the boundary for this, it's actually further up the road. This track looks like it's heading towards the ridgeline. That's what I want. I'm going to give it a go and see if it leads anywhere. Oh my god. Alright, have a look at that. That's actually a track leading straight up the ridgeline. Hard work, let's do it. So this is about 600 metres in. Down behind me, that's where the ridgeline drops down into the gully and the gate. As I'm coming up here, this is definitely the steepest part over with now. On the left there, I've got the Melbourne Water catchment area. There must be a fence line down there maybe. Either way, it's pretty thick bush through there, and I can just see here the track along the border of that catchment area. It's walkable, steep but walkable. So that track up the ridgeline eventually opens up into this clearing. It's about 1 kilometre before you hit the clearing. It's the same clearing you can see on Google Maps, and you can also see it in that drone footage. Okay, I've just crossed the contour line, 1250 metres elevation. Mount Ritchie itself is 1259, puts me in the activation zone, but I'm still another couple of hundred metres from the summit, so I'll just make my way up this clearing and get to the actual summit for the fun of it. This is the activation zone. It's a nice clear area, plenty of trees to stick antennas up. There's the clearing we just came up right there, and there's track 10. That's in the catchment area, but I reckon there's plenty of people who use that to get here, considering how many times this summit's been activated. So today I've got a new antenna to give a go. So this is the Ripple Tech Electronics TZ OCF40. So I should be able to use this on 40, 20 and 10 metres. This will be the first time I've given it a go. Hopefully this is a bit of an upgrade to the end-fed half wave that I've been using. So having said that it was a good spot for getting antennas into the tree, I'd forgotten that sometimes your lines get snagged. I lost a couple of throw weights, but eventually I got it up there. It's only about 2 metres in the air. We're going to give it a go and see how it performs. It's VK5 India Sierra. How did I go? Over. Thanks for the call there. I'm trying a different antenna today. This one, don't know whether it's the antenna or the conditions, but a little bit of trouble hearing you today. So signal report back to you is a 4-4. 4-4, over.
VK3 Mike Hotel Zulu, Bigger Hurt, Mike Hotel Zulu, over.
Roger, Mike Hotel Zulu. Yeah, signal come through that time fairly clear. 5-7 to you, over.
Roger, you're a 5-8, and good luck with the rest of the day. Where in SA roughly?
Good. Victor Charlie 003. It's also a park if you're after a reference. Yeah, it's a strange one. It's actually, I come up through the from Melbourne through the Blackspur to Narberthong. You turn right there, basically go down Asheron Way and up through the hills there. So it's sort of up in that Mount Donabuang area. Over.
Yeah, Roger. I'm familiar with it now. All right. Hope you make plenty of contacts and have a good day. Nice day for today.
Good. Receive that. Thanks very much for the contact there. 73. Again, 2 stations. I think I had VK3 Sierra Golf. Is that correct? Received that 5x5 into Melbourne. Yeah, strange conditions. I've obviously got a bit of interference here today because I'm going to say a 4-4 back to you, over. Yeah, I took, I think they call it, is it road number 8 or track number 8, down to the gate where the Melbourne water boundary is, and there's actually a, I guess it's a fire trail straight up the ridgeline from there. It's about 1.5 kilometres, but it's pretty steep, over. Strange conditions today. I can hear some one calling, but then a bit of a combination. It might be my antenna as well. Yeah, there's a bit of noise there and I can't quite make him out.
VK2 Romeo Kilo, can you make me out?
VK2 Romeo Kilo, very strong signal from you.
Roger, I thought I'd turn the amplifier on, make things easier for you. You're 5 and 6. Okay, I've turned the power off. Now it's running 100 watts, 100 watts. How's the copy, over?
Well. Yeah, that's 5.9 plus. Very clear, good signal, over.
Roger. The antenna here is a travelling wave, non-resonance antenna, 3-wire, and as I said, 100 watts, over.
Much appreciate the contact there, Rob. Thank you very much. 73s.
Roger. 73s. Enjoy your day. VK2, okay, now please.
I think I had, was it VK3 Golf, Juliet Golf or similar?
Curacao, buddy, mate. 5 and 7 in the hard way.
I received that 5 and 7. I can give you a 5.9 back on that one. Yeah, good strong signal from you, over.
Yeah, Roger. You're not that far away, Bernie, so it should be pretty good. Anyway, mate, thanks for being out there. I'll let you keep going. 7 3s.
Roger, 73s.
VK3, Papa Foxtrot.
Good. Good morning, VK3 Papa Foxtrot. I have you with a nice clear signal today.
Yeah, Roger, Bernie, good to catch you again. 5 and 9 into Gippsland boats today, over.
VK3 Charlie Juliet November. I have you there. Name this end as Bernie, over.
Yeah, very good morning to you, Bernie. So that's Charlie Hotel India Sierra.
VK1 Alpha Delta. I have you this time. November Foxtrot Tango. Yeah, the signals come up a little bit there. I'd say it's a 5-6, over. I think I had it there. I think it was VK5 Charlie Zulu. Is that correct?
VK2 VAR, is that correct, over?
Yep, that's correct. I've got you 5 and 5, 55 into Nowra Hill, New South Wales, over.
I received that 5 and 2 into Nowra Hill. That's very good. Yeah, I'm going to give you a 5-7 to me on Mount Ritchie here, over.
Thanks very much, mate. Have a great day. Thanks for being out there. VK3WMD portable, VK2 VAR, 7344.
Roger, Roger, 7344.
So for the first try of the off-centre fed dipole, that worked out pretty well, especially considering I didn't have it set up at the optimal height. Ideally, I think this thing needs to be a little bit higher to get the radiation pattern working well, and I didn't even take much notice of exactly what angle I set it up on either. So first try, fairly good results, especially between the 100 and 500 kilometre range. Now for the trip back, I'm going to throw the drone up. Let's have a little bit of a look at the landscape on the way back. The unusually warm weather seems to have brought out a few of the snakes a little bit earlier in the season than we're used to. In a couple of seconds time I'll chuck an arrow up on the screen and you should be able to see this one that I nearly bumped into. So it looks to me like the little fella was heading for the woodpile. I didn't even see him till I'd gone 2 paces past him. You can see him in the footage, coming my way, sees me, turns around, jumps the other way. So with that little rush of adrenaline out of the way, I got back onto that track and down the hill. As always, it just seems to go so much quicker getting back to the start point than it does going up those hills.
So that's it, Mount Ritchie. Only one snake nearly stepped on the way back, but me and him went our separate ways. Otherwise, Gaia tells me it's only a 3 kilometre round trip. As I said, that first 500 metres is a killer. It's steep. Later on I'll have a look at the map and I'll work out what the elevation was over distance. But you know what, considering I started off thinking that was going to be really tough with a lot of bush bashing, it was alright. It was alright. And for the sake of saving yourself the long walk from coming in the other way, yeah, I recommend it. This is good.
So I'm giving this approach to Mount Ritchie a thumbs up. Hopefully if you're thinking about doing an activation there, you found this a little bit useful. And check back with the channel soon because I've got a couple more videos in production, share a few more of my experiences of getting to these summits. VK3WMD out.